Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, it's 1333. Should we have a look and see what the energy is looking like today? Now I've got the Tower of Sexual Magic, which was actually sprawled out across the floor. They seem to have toppled over. Maybe I knocked them. I don't remember using them, so maybe I'd knocked them over. I don't know. Maybe they just fell off of the stand. We're going to have to get our words out. Are we really using the Tower of Sexual Magic? I've got the Witch's Tarot. Okay, should we combine both? We can do. Should we do a Celtic cross? Okay, let's. Guys, if you want to book yourself in your own Celtic cross reading, I have one that's $25. That one's going to be stopping soon, and we work with the fairy cards. Okay, so make sure you get that booked in. I'm only really running it until like the end of the month. Okay, $25 for a Celtic cross reading of your own, not with the Tarot of Sexual Magic or the Witch's Tarot. We're going to use the Fairy Tarot. And we'll use some Fairy Oracles as well with it. Okay, anyway, email me. Details in the description box. Along with the other readings that I'm going to be stopping as well. So check them out and get them booked in. Right, Tarot of Sexual Magic. What I can see is these two here just pulling each other's hair. Okay. Box is a bit tatty. Witch's Tarot. Come out to play. I was actually thinking I don't really want to use a Witch's Tarot because I don't want to read from the book. And I heard a little voice say to me, maybe you need to read. Maybe it's okay to read from the book. It's Friday. It's the 15th of May. Let's do this Celtic cross for the weekend. Okay. So what topic are we talking about? What is the issue? What's the issue at hand? You want to look? Well, it's the legacy. It's the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, the challenge is the Two of Cups. Okay, so we're talking about the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine coming together. And this is really for the legacy. Yes, it is the exchange of love and emotions and affection and support. That's a challenge. But the wanting is actually the abundance, the prosperity that this connection brings. I feel as if it's kind of like, can I not just have this without having to go through all the emotions and the vulnerability? Can I not just kind of bypass this? Is this not achievable? Look, he's on his own with a baby, so he looks like he's a grandparent. And the children are older. Or I'm going to say maybe they're the parent of the baby here. So it's either his son or daughter. He has his dog. Challenge. Oh, bit shaky. It looks like there's a stain there. I don't think it is. I think it's a crease. Okay. What's gone on? Should we say what's gone on over the week then? It's been a bit of a funny week, hasn't it? Well, not as in funny, haha. Funny as in what did actually happen over the week. Ten of Swords. A lot of backstabbing went on. The masculine energy is down. I actually feel as if someone's kind of got pleasure over watching this. This could be why the Divine Masculine is quite fearful of actually allowing another in. He's been quite badly backstabbed here. It's that owl there. It's a dark owl with the eyes and all the eyes leering, I feel as if, for one, it felt as if this is divinely orchestrated. But it's a very grave, dark time for the masculine. And I feel as if eyes are just leering over him. They're not actually eyes on the tree there, but they do look like they're eyes on the trunk of that tree. So he feels like he's being watched. That might be the challenge of actually being able to come together with the Divine Feminine. It could be more hassle than what it's worth. But what is it worth? It's worth this. Oh. It's like you don't want to see it. Well, it's worth this. But actually with a partner yourself. Because there's no other partner here. Unless she's indoors, baking. Maybe she's cooking a Sunday roast for the family. That's what it feels like. Okay. So let's have a look at your energy now. Okay, so definitely a lot of things coming at a lot of different angles. It did come through about wanting to communicate but being watched. Also, I feel the masculine feels he's being watched by divine as well. It's definitely signs, synchronizations, a lot's happening. A lot of messages are getting through. Okay. That is the card of communication, relocation. But what I felt was this bombardment of signs. So, okay, let's have a look at the weekend energy. Having a good think. He knows what to do. Okay, well, at least you're up. Because it looks like over the past week, you might not have been very productive at all. It feels like you've been kind of, I don't want to say wallowing in your own pity, self-pity. It looks like you have every reason to be kind of pissed off and down and feeling down on your luck and apprehensive. But the Ten of Swords is about completions. The Tens is about completions. That's done. You're never going to experience that again. And that's why you're being pinned down until you actually do make the correct next move. You won't be allowed to go back. So if you do try to go back to that old life, it's just going to keep being disastrous. But it does feel like the intention here is, I'll just achieve it on my own. That still won't be fulfilling. That still won't be that would just be partial success. Especially when there's a divine counterpart who's here in the wings. Okay. And you can kind of see that with I feel like they're wings coming from the cup here, or the cups. Very calm, still. And that's how you're sitting, like over the weekend, very calm, still. You're going to go again because you're the king. So you've got through the page, through the night, maybe lots of paperwork pages, I don't know, through the nights, the torture. And now you're at the king. He's the king that knows the truth. He knows what to do. He can be quite blunt. But you would be after you've experienced that. Once you're up, you're not going to be a pushover again, are you? Or you'd like to think not. You're not allowed to be. Okay. So over the weekend, you've got some good ideas. It looks like your willpower's gaining. Just because of the orangey yellow gown that you're wearing. Feels like you're feeling stronger. It's like your confidence is flowing from you now. That's good. That's a good state to be in. Feeling confident, unstoppable. You can achieve a lot in that attitude, in that state of being. What's going on behind the scenes? I just saw something with my hair. I just wanted to adjust, sorry. It's a bit fluffy. It will settle down later. 6 of Cups. Returning to someone from the past, but it feels like a lot of childhood healing may be going on behind the scenes. Priming the pump of prosperity. Feels very much you do need kind of like a buddy. It's not so fulfilling doing things alone. So I feel like you really need to bring back, if you're quite optimistic here and feeling quite unstoppable and you've got some amazing ideas, it means that you're inspired. You're going to be tapping into that play-like, fun, adventurous, childlike energy. Like, kids don't really take no for an answer, do they? And they don't really have fear. Like, well, like others might, older others. They have no fear. So it's definitely about, oh, look at the Two of Cups here in the water. I feel like you're going to toast to this. It's still a block, but I think you will get over it. You just need to get up. So how are you feeling about yourself? I feel like you're saying that you're a doctor, you're a healer. So I feel like you're going to take matters into your own hands regarding your health and the health of others. Let's have a look and see how you're viewing yourself. How you're viewing yourself. That's a good way to put it. How you're viewing yourself, and you've got the drama queen here. This isn't the divine feminine. This is someone that's a bit of an energy vampire. So I felt like you were being watched over. It was a bit like, it could be isolation, like kind of feeling as if you're trapped with someone. And I actually feel like, because there's been a lot of backstabbing and you're being observed and watched, and I imagine maybe criticised if you're spending a lot of time with somebody and you're not kind of getting on. It's like they're watching your every move and questioning you. And I actually feel like this feminine here has had enough. So she could have got really nasty towards the divine masculine. And he's just done in. And it's kind of like, no wonder he doesn't really trust anyone. It's how he views himself, being trapped. We're going to read it. Okay, Nine of Swords. We're going to read all of it and find out what this card's about. But this is how you're viewing yourself. You're being drained by this feminine. It's not the divine feminine. Let's have a look. Nine of Swords. I picked that up when it said that you're being watched and you've been stabbed in the back. Let's find the swords. Oh, I saw it. Okay. I don't have much coffee. I only come up with like, is the cup half full or half empty? How you're viewing yourself, but it's a masculine energy here. A woman wearing a nightgown lies dramatically in her boudoir. Oh, how do you say this? Boudoir. I know how to say this word, and I always... Oh, okay. You know what I'm on about. Look at it. You can see what she's laying on. At night. She has the back of her hand on her forehead in a swoon from being either emotionally or physically drained. She is clearly overwhelmed and her other hand trails limply to the floor. Her long hair flows back across the pillars and reveals a bite mark on her neck, 2 puncture wounds as if from a vampire. The waning moon illuminates the Gothic window, while 9 swords are arranged on the wall, cage-like, and blocking the view out of the window. The yellow primrose flowers embroidered on the bed linens symbolise sorrow. The woman may be reaching up towards the handle of the bottom sword. Perhaps she is finally ready to defend herself, to break free or to stop the drama. Or maybe she needs to feel sorry for herself just a bit longer. Okay. So either this is the masculine in his feminine energy. Someone here is stopping the drama. Because with the Ten of Swords, I said it was kind of, when you get to that point of the Ten of Swords, you're not allowed back. Someone put us an end to something. I'm not sure who. The vampire marks. It actually made me kind of think of like a hickey, like a love bite, being found maybe. I don't know. But it did take me to that. Like if someone's, I don't know, not been isolating themselves as they should be. I'm not sure. I'm not going to delve too much into that just now. We're going to carry on reading though. But this is a drama queen card. When it turns up in a reading, it symbolises a person who is always having a crisis or causing drama in coven dynamics or social situations. There may be an emotional or can we just get the words out? I felt like maybe she had been, if the Divine Masculine's been stabbed in the back, maybe she has found herself a new lover. And the masculine here, this is just added to the burden of it all. Okay. But this is the drama queen card. When it turns up in a reading, it symbolises a person who is always having a crisis or causing drama in coven dynamics or social situations. They may be an emotional or psychic vampire, or they themselves could be the willing victim of such an attack. As this is the 9 of the suit, it symbolises that you are near the end of the problem. Well, we actually have the 10 of the suit in the past energy, what's kind of gone on over this week. Things have reached their peak and should begin to settle down as long as you do not give way to dramatics. Decide to pick up the sword. Look, you have. It's over the weekend. Decide to pick up the sword. To be proactive and to defend yourself and your personal energies. Furthermore, this card can represent the karmic repercussions of poor judgment or backlash from a manipulative, magical act. I think of this card as a perfect illustration of baneful magic that has returned to its sender ×3. Keyword drama queen card, psychic or emotional vampire or victim. Baneful magic returned to its sender 3 times. Karma. Threefold. Oh, good. Let's put that away. Okay. If the Divine Masculine has been kind of spying on the Divine Feminine, this Feminine could have picked up on it as well, because there's definitely been eyes on the Masculine. It feels like he's been, oh, okay, I get it. So the current energy, this is going to settle down, okay? Hopefully it has, if you don't react to or add to the dramatics of it. But it feels like he's being targeted. The Divine Masculine is now in the process of being targeted. It's a bit too much. Let's have a look at how this is affecting other people. So if it's affecting others, it means what's going on with the Divine Masculine? What energy is he putting out there? How this is affecting others. It's like it's all for the connection. When I said divine has its hands in it, it's the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine card of marriage, happily ever after. How this is affecting others. This is affecting the connection. It's not affecting others, it's affecting the connection. Okay. So this energy of the Divine Masculines is affecting the Divine Counterpart's connection. Let's have a look at hopes or fears, because I can't pick up whether that was in a... First of all, I picked up in a positive way, and then because the 2 of Cups is a challenge, this is affecting the spiritual, physical union of the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Let's look at your hopes or fears. 10 of Cups. So it makes me feel as if you're going towards positivity now. You're going for it. Especially if your past partner has already moved on. It's like it's your turn. Okay. All in order. It's your turn now, Divine Masculine. So maybe I can resonate with this, because when I separated from my husband, I so wanted him to find another person before I did. So did. I mean, he ended up, that didn't happen. He ended up making his transition. But for me and my own, yeah, I really did want to. I had really emotionally moved on, just not physically. Okay. Is that the right way to say it? Because in a way, it was the emotions that kind of kept me there, like whether or not he still hoped. When I kind of knew I didn't want to kind of reconcile. So I do remember kind of thinking, I don't care even. I don't even. Sometimes when I think of it now, I think, how would I have felt? You know, because we had kind of separated a lot of years ago now. It was 2014, and I'm still here like single. And it's kind of like, how would I be feeling now if he had moved on? I do honestly believe we would have been divorced, even though it wasn't something we was pressurising. And he had moved on and been with somebody, and I was still kind of emotions. Sometimes you feel as if you are emotionally ready to let go, but are you? Okay. That kind of comes in with the self-pity, because of course you want everybody to be happy, don't you, to find their true love and to be with the correct partner. That can sometimes be hard if, you know, you're seeing others achieve that and you're not, but that's when you need to kind of flick your elastic bands and you need to be happy for others. The Hermit. The outcome. The outcome is the Hermit. It's more time to think. Okay. What's the bottom of the deck? The Magician. All divinely orchestrated. So there's some things that the Divine Masculine still needs to mull over here. I feel as if he needs to find a truth that's going to sit really well with him so that he can move on and not feel guilty about how we're affected by situations, especially ones that we like that are new, okay? And we haven't had chance to kind of practice our responses, and we don't really know until it happens to us. But that's where the wisdom is. That's where the wisdom lies, within all that. You have to kind of be out of it, though, in a bit more of a clear, sharper mind. To be able to, I want to say, actually look at the situation logically and not emotionally. We're going to do this with the Tarot of Sexual Magic. So when we first started, we got the Ten of Pentacles, which we know is the legacy that's waiting for the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. The block is the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine coming into union. The Sun card. So it's like the most positive outcome is going to be when the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine come into union. Is there another way around it? Not really, not for full fulfillment. Okay, so we've got the Sun card. That's your harvest, Divine Masculine. The key to that is that she could just be inside, making a nice apple pie. The block, the challenge, is the connection. I felt here it as well. A little bit about like raising your glass to your past partner and being happy that they found love, even if it's screwed up and you would have maybe have thought you would have found it before. maybe that's just not the way it is. Maybe it's because I picked up more hassle than it's worth. So if somebody's moved on, it doesn't necessarily mean like when their ex moves on as well, they're not going to feel some emotional impact, even if they have moved on. Okay, it's still going to be natural to feel something. But I felt here maybe toasting each other. Maybe that's what they need to do. I feel the Divine Masculine and a past partner need to really just toast each other and wish each other well and mean it. Because you've got the Ace of Wands here. Now, the actual Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine are in the flames, in the fireplace. Yeah, I just feel like this is the life that the masculine's going to have. You've got all the snuggling here. Sunrise, sunset. It's so shaky. And then we have the flame in the background with the two figures. And I feel about moving on. This could be the, let's say, I don't want to call her a karmic partner because, you know, we all have a match. This could be the Divine Masculine's ex here. And like she's contented with what she's got maybe. But in the background, the Divine Masculine actually has a real divine connection. Bounty. Bountiful. Beautiful. Abundant. Abundantly beautiful, waiting for him. Karma's done its rounds, so we're all going to get what we really deserve, truly deserve. And we'll all get what we truly desire as well. Most just don't know what it is that they desire. So let me have a look at this Ten of Swords that's gone on over the week. A lot of backstabbing. Divine Masculine's definitely hurt. He's got eyes all on him. It could be a point where people may be questioning him. Feel like he's being targeted. Feel like he wants to escape. But he's pinned down. Or has been. By the devil. It's not good. I feel like this could be... First of all, I felt it could be like the ex-partner. Because the masculine maybe has told her about, well, I'm happy for you. I hope you're going to be happy for me because I'm moving on. And no, she's not. That time will run out. But someone's made the Divine Masculine's life hell regarding some kind of love connection in the background here. So either the Divine Masculine has spoke up about the Divine Feminine or I'm not sure, but she's furious. And this has hindered the Divine Masculine. He's scared. She may have attacked him. She may have actually hurt him. He needs to get up and out. Big signs here. Well, that's in the past anyway. So let's have a look at now because it's about relocation, communication, seeing the signs. Okay, you might be being targeted, but it's also that you can have a really good think and get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of hell. Yeah, Two of Swords. This is about trusting your intuition. It looks like you could be sending a message to your Divine Feminine. Maybe not. You might be feeling a little bit of a chicken. You don't really know how to approach the Divine Feminine. I want to say gently, romantically. That's why you're going to have to really fall into your childlike energy here. It's going on behind the scenes. You've got a rose here. There is a chicken in the background. Okay. I'm going to say that's his hat. He's got two feathers here. And I said it was like coming on angel wings. Are they in a barn? Bit drafty. That's what you say to people who leave doors open, okay, and like the house gets cold. It's like, do you live in a barn? Can you close the doors, please? So, I'm not sure. Not sure what that's about. A barn. Oh, it'd be the owl, the barn owl. Messages. So he's definitely receiving. He could be out walking. Who knows where he is? Could be hiding out in the shed. Just out walking, maybe exploring countryside, country life. And I feel like, I don't know, it's something to do with owls watching over him. I'm not sure if he's looking at them as a good or a bad omen. But there's definitely messages coming in because he's a chicken. He's a bit of a chicken. To kind of go after what he wants after what he's been through. So he is a bit scared and maybe a bit embarrassed. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Bruce Almighty. Well, it looks like the king's got his rightful queen here. It's the Queen of Chalices, the Queen of Cups. She has a crown on, and so does he, and he's decided to nestle in her bosoms. It's like he's putting his head really into her chest, as if like he can't really give her eye contact, but she kind of gets it. She knows. She knows. She's like, she's the queen. I was going to say she's like royalty as well. It's like they're going to be very mature about this. So on the Divine Masculine's mind over the weekend, definitely the Queen of Cups and how he's really going to try and, we can say muscle in, snuggle in, nestle in into her. So behind the scenes, it's really kind of saying that this is about memories of love, returning to someone from the past. So priming the pump of prosperity, what's the best approach? It's a very playful, both very young, innocent, trying to act mature through a situation that has been quite daunting. So it's just about Two of Cups, allow this to grow naturally. So seeing as they're in the waters, although the waters seem to be quite calm, this could be the challenge here because the Divine Masculine knows those waters aren't, it's not going to be just like this, like with the feminine, Divine Feminine. It's going to be, you know, hello, hello, I love you, let's do a hand fasting ceremony, and it's together forever without discussing anything. So it's not all plain sailing. But it does look like it's a smaller house here. So this about doing baby steps. It's like dipping your toe into the water, popping the cup into the water. And there's pebbles there as well. And just allowing the emotions just to flow. I think if you don't look at the whole big picture, you won't scare yourself so much. So it's about taking, like, they're kind of just playing here. He looks a bit shy. Look. It's like he wants to say something, but it's like she's not going to push him. She's quite happy, like, amusing herself here. Maybe every time, I felt with the pebbles there, it's like, one of the techniques you can do is write kind of your emotions on the pebbles and then skim them out into the lake and watch the ripple effect, let it go. And I felt here as if every time he kind of opens up to something new, and the Divine Feminine will know like how much effort, how much that takes emotionally to even be able to discuss the emotions. It's like it's one more pebble that he's kind of accomplished here. And so it's like every time he opens up just a little bit, one cup at a time, maybe one teardrop at a time. It's like another one of those cups just blooms, it gets watered. That's how I'm viewing that. So that's what's going on behind the scenes. So it's about them not scaring themselves. It's a new experience for both, not just for one. It is for both of them, okay? Something that they've never really experienced before. Four of Wands. Okay, yeah. Be very playful, like, it's like being kids in the playground. Should we just put it like that? I think we're best. And having fun, look. Having a swinging good time now. It is the Four of Wands, guys. It's the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, like card of marriage, celebration. It's time to celebrate. Maybe you are out, because we've picked up the barn as well, so Maybe you go on a nice little adventure walk to have a chat. You can stop and pick some flowers, have a picnic maybe. You're allowed to do that now. You might have to keep 2 metres apart. I don't think you're 2 metres apart on that swing, are you? Okay. Disobedient little children, aren't they? Don't take no for an answer. So keep your distance. All right. Oh, that'd be torture, wouldn't it? I think that would be torture. Which could be another reason holding back the divine masculine. If he's abiding by the rules, and we all have a right to, you know, I don't think any of us should judge anyone on whether or not they're, you know, self-isolating to the guidelines. Okay, I'm not going into that. I think we all have our freedom of belief on how we want to handle the situation. But let's have a look at this Nine of Swords, because how you're viewing yourself, divine masculine, is that there's a feminine here. And she either drained your energy, you might have drained hers, you might have drained each other. And it feels like it's time to kind of wish each other the best of luck. Because this one here, the drama's coming back. It's the repercussions. And it's kind of like, and then cut the attachment to this person, because it just generates that for you as well. Nine of Swords. Yeah. With this card here, I feel like this feminine here, she could be, it says she's a drama queen. She creates chaos in the home, in the community, probably at work. But she'll have someone that finds her, like, ideal. But I do feel as if, you know, she just kind of, I don't know whether she's a drinker, she looks after her own needs, whether this person here is a third person on the scene. It's the Six of Pentacles. That's about needing to balance out things. Finding the balance between the spiritual and the material realms. So it's like this isn't working. This could be the masculine watching. It could be the masculine all eyes on. I feel like she's an ex, or she's going to be an ex soon. Common sense would tell you that she needs to be an ex. The Four of Wands is, how is this affecting others? It's affecting the connection. There's just all these divine feminines here already. In their different gowns, ready to kind of, they're waiting for their divine masculines. It's like this is a universal mission. And it's like, and this person here, this person, seriously, this person here, and this scary person here, thinks that doing that to the masculine is going to stop the connection. And divine kind of says, really? This person will be allowed to stop a divine mission. This person can stop you from being successful, from experiencing love. That's what this person's doing, or this environment. But the divine masculine's allowed it. And I feel like, oh, he's a bit shaky. That's a bit embarrassing. Well, they do have a power, these others that we have to mingle with in this life. Some of them could be manipulation, a manipulative power. I prefer the power of love. We're going to pull a power of love card. Let's do it. Let's have a look at the Four of Wands zone. Oh yeah, it's I feel like this is the feminine saying to the masculine, well, it really is up to you. You can choose to keep going back in there, or you can choose to kind of cut away, come towards where like you feel magnetised with the magnet here, and where there's prosperity. And he's having a look. So it's just kind of like, the divine feminine's like, this really is like your choice, divine masculine. This is your life. You're the one that has to live it. The divine feminines, they're just like celebrating their freedom. Their femininity, it feels beautiful. It feels so beautiful to be like a divine feminine, like in that energy. When it's just love and... Anyway, some won't get it. I don't think this one will get that. And if she's been hanging around with the divine masculine, it's going to rub off on him. Hence why he didn't get it either. Well, it's either you don't get it together, or you do get it divine masculine and you move on. This is your life. So now you've got your hopes or fears. What card is that? The Four of Chalices. That's the card of 3 cups that he's looking at inside them gates. And he's outside. Nice lush forest there waiting to be explored. Looks like she's got some kind of nice dish there she put down for the picnic. The bird's having a... What is it? Is it blancmange? Mousse? Strawberry? Oh, it's like strawberry cream rather than strawberries and cream. That'd be so nice on a picnic, yeah? Okay. Strawberries and cream, but it's kind of mixed together. And so it's really the masculine. He has to really have a good think this weekend. So hopes or fears? Just wants a happy home. Okay, well, where are you going to really achieve that? It looks like there's 2 people together here who are actually cuddling and waving to the kids. It's all harmonious. You've got your... It's like the masculine who has to kind of reach for the cup there. It's kind of like the rainbow effect. He kind of... Like the domino effect. He gets the rainbow in motion. Love's got the world in motion. Well, I don't know, because the devil, it's a death card. Which is, I always look at that card thinking it's the devil, but it isn't, it's a death card. Her time is running out. It's like the last time she'll ever get to do that to you again, divine masculine, like ever. Divine just will not allow it. Here's your spiritual transformation. It's like the final chapter. So, let's get back. Where was we? 10 of Cups. Hopes or fears? There could be concern here about children because we've got them like kind of what's going on behind the scenes. But it looks like the children are grown up. Like old enough. Seems to be a mixture of ages here. They all seem to be getting on fantastically. Oh, I wanted to sing like Ring a Roses, a pocket full of posies, a tissue, we all fall down. That's about the Black Death, isn't it? So maybe this is going to transpire after we're like, stop self-isolating. This could be a fear of if the masculine goes to his divine feminine, that maybe then he won't be able to go near his children. There could be lots of rules, regulations. The ex might say, no, you can't be with someone and then come into the contact with the children. There's lots of things to take into consideration when you have children and exposing yourself and them to others. When our world is living in fear at the moment. At the moment. The Hermit. Sounds like that's could be spot on. So it's like the divine masculine's going to bide his time. He's getting tired though, look. The candle. He could be, I mean, how do you know? His ex-person might have moved on and kind of could be like living with someone, and the children do get to see, like she gets to have, you know, her level of love shown to her from her, maybe her new partner, and the children. And if you're sharing the children, you're allowed to share the children, but obviously you have to be careful who you mix with in between that when your children aren't around. Bit of a tricky situation there. So I feel like the divine masculine thinks, well, it's just best to be in hermit. Torture. It's not. There's a lot being understood, but for him, it's kind of torture, this. So like, he can't wait to be set free. But if, like, actually witnessing that, isolation coming in, and that's, like, the situation you found yourself in, then there's big lessons that will help you emotionally grow stronger by witnessing something that you really would prefer not to witness. Yeah, straight from the heart. It's like, I want to say, this is breaking the Divine Masculine's heart. So I'm not sure if he's actually speaking to like his past partner, but he's kind of saying, feel my heart. This is breaking my heart. So maybe he does want to go to his feminine, and she said no. And she's got him for now. Karma. 3 times. Threefold coming back. Lack of compassion by this feminine here. 8 of Cups. It's when you have 8 cups lined up and they're all have a bitter taste in them. And you just want to go to your 2 of Cups. You just want to go and be happy. All taste very nasty. That's what the 8 of Cups is. You leave the 8. You do go into the void. We've got the Hermit here. But you do come out the other side. But you have to find the 9 first. 9 of Cups. Got to find yourself. Do it for you. Fulfill your dreams and wishes. No one else's. Just yours. To be selfish. This one here looks like she's being selfish, like she doesn't really care. It's because she could be mixed up with someone else, so she's happy. And you want your own dose of that. But it seems to have worked out maybe you can't because you're in the Hermit. It looks like you're trying to find a way. And not nice if you have children going to and from and they're bringing back like stories. Oh, and you ask. I've worked with lots of people who have, you know, separated from their partner, and they've told me all the stories, both sides of them, and what goes on. And okay, it does calm down. You've got the Magician with the Lovers. Again, I feel as if this other feminine here, she's just kind of like, I don't know, she's either covering up, she's either with someone, or she's just a complete drama queen and the Divine Masculine wants out. This has to stop. Look, the Lovers are on the scene, but it's all divinely orchestrated, guys. Just need to see the truth within it. It's like, why did this happen then? That's what you, where's the lesson within it? Because there has to be a lesson within it if it's occurred in your life. Why has this happened for you? To you? Why has this happened for you? Leave it that way. And have you learnt the lesson? Have you comprehended what the lesson is? Then you'll be able to, after time, smile, giggle, and just let it be. The Magician has all the tools on the table. Divine is completely like doing this. Now, I was drawn to pull a Power of Love card. And also, I wanted to pull Oracle of Shadows and Light. And we might just wrap this up then. Okay. Oh, that card so wanted to bend. It did bend. Someone feels as if they're being snapped in half, being pulled. Feels like a bit of a tug of war. Okay, we will check it out. Let's look at this card that's respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. Tug of war. What do you do? Okay. It is important for you to remember that everyone in this physical dimension has their own journey, filled with struggles and obstacles that are different from yours. They choose their life blueprint just as you choose yours. It is not your job to judge how they discover their way to love. Rather, it is your job to encourage them. By showing respect, you earn respect. When someone comes into your space, they are immediately aware of your level of integrity and your willingness to help others. You carry yourself with a certain natural strength, and people look up to you. When you receive admiration, you may become a role model, and you have the responsibility of setting an example. As a role model, you must demonstrate love in all situations and a sense of compassion in every interaction. There is no greater way to gain respect than to accept others as equals, as fellow soul travellers. So really, that's kind of touched on this today. Like I said, I loved how kind of being in my divine feminine energy, trying to look really compassionately at this situation. That's what we're here to do. Okay. And then we just have like, it's hard when someone else on the scene looks like they're being really quite disrespectful. But that doesn't mean that we have to be disrespectful, do we? We need to respect the fact that we all have our own life journey to walk through. Walk through, talk through. I don't know. Let's just have a look at this other card. Spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. I felt here actually about not being so spontaneous, okay, in situations like this. You know, your heart's telling you one thing and your mind's telling you another. So, spontaneity. In order to grow and expand as a soul, you must come to the realization that limitations are genuinely self-imposed. There is a security that comes with routine. A life lived with no surprises are within a comfort zone. A life lived with no surprises and within a comfort zone is very appealing in this chaotic dimension. But you have to be wary of stagnation. Spontaneity demonstrates to the rest of the world that you are ready for anything, and it is also a characteristic linked to high emotional health. Life is a smorgasbord, so stop constantly hovering near the boring salad bar. Seriously. You will never know if you like something unless you experience it. Don't let fear hold you back. By its very nature, your soul yearns for new experiences. If something doesn't align with your spirit, that's fine. But at least you have made that discovery. That said, every soul has an individual path, so don't fall prey to peer pressure if you know in your heart that something is not right for you. At the same time, don't let the fear of new experiences stop you from doing something that will make your heart sing. But there's always a solution. Okay. Especially in today's day and age with technology. Oh, we're out of coffee. Okay, let's finish then with an Oracle of Shadows and Light. Oh, itching. Got a little tickle. Oh, it's gone dark. Come on, bring back some light. Let's see what this wants to say, and we'll leave it here. Grumpy Red Fairy. Card number 8. Be your true self. Looks like Little Red Riding Hood. Don't let them big bad wolves trick you. Okay, about the Grumpy Red Fairy. The Grumpy Red Fairy is tired of being judged by people busy sticking noses in her business, declaring she doesn't look happy enough, or saying that she should look and act and dress another way. She's very cross because it's tiring walking down the street or into school or around teachers or parents or friends or classmates who evaluate her. It's true that she's quirky and punky and that she never smiles unless she truly wishes to. She's often silent and can feel very out of sorts, but she's never disruptive or unkind or cruel. She just knows it's time to be real and not to fall into the trap of faking a smile. She'd rather frown till she giggles. Tickling me. Felt like this is the masculine energy. He's very much in his sensitive feminine energy. Okay, he's down. So feeling very emotional. But it's this kind of grumpiness. It's going to get him back up, okay? He's sick of it. Being targeted. So, the grumpy red fairy speaks. I want to be me and be free without everyone giving me an opinion. I like being different. I won't be changing unless I want to. I don't need to fit in. I only need to be true to me. And the people who think I should be smiling or wearing a pretty dress and that I should stop messing with my hair, they can just deal with it. Some folks do gasp at tattoos, piercings, black clothes. But guess what? Some of the world's scariest looking people are the kindest and sweetest on the inside. You too are fiery, playful, defiant, and lots of fun. Be you. Be rebellious, even. Who's to say how you should look or behave? Conformists, that's who. Let's burst their boring bubble and go wild. Oh, fuck me, divine masculine. Shit. You know what your divine masculine's like when he goes, it has a fuck it energy and he's off, grumpy. Okay. It's like he's grumpy, but he's driven by passion. He wants to have some fun now. I feel like he's just sick of being so, like, goddamn boring. And I'm going to say that God damned him with that, okay? To be boring so that he gets sick of that, because that's not his natural nature. Divination message. To some people in this world, sadly, but oh so truly, it's all about fitting in. All about playing by the rules. And because they've put so many restrictions on themselves, you've allowed all these restrictions to be put upon you. You do have free will. It's like they say do something and everyone jumps. They do it. Like I said, I'm not getting into that dispute. I respect everyone's choices. As long as they respect mine. Okay. Which many won't. But that's cool. I don't need them to. I don't actually even need to talk to people about it. I don't. I can listen to people. I can tell you I had a conversation with a lady in the supermarket the other day. She was a cashier. And it was really weird because when we went in, Emily actually said to me, that lady's just sitting there on her own, like on the till, because it was quite, I went at late at night, it was quiet. And I said, oh, we're going to keep her company soon. Well, anyway, our soon turns into like an hour and a half later. And she's still sitting there. So me being me, I was like, hi, I said, I saw you earlier just sitting there. We'll come and keep you company. I don't think she wanted company because she didn't say one word to me. Not one word to me. And that felt really uncomfortable. Packing my shopping, I had to keep 2 meters away. When Emily had finished loading the conveyor belt and she kind of was coming, the lady said to her, she can't pack there, like quite abrupt and rude. So I'm kind of like there, just packing my shopping. I'm thinking, am I going to say something? Well, I'm standing around watching, and I've been observing it, and I've spoken about it on the channel. So I know that we need to kind of stay away from each other, but does that really mean we can't talk to each other? So I said to her, I said, have you noticed, knowing that she was actually, I felt that, you know, she was doing this. And I'm a really vibrant person. It's not often I'm at a cash register and I'm not like in a full-blown conversation about something, you know, and having fun and laughing. So it felt like, but she was adamant she wasn't going to talk to me. So I kind of picked up her energy as well. And I just said, have you noticed that since it's like, you know, self-isolating, that I know we have to keep 2 meters apart from each other, but, you know, can we not talk to each other as well? And her response was, we don't really hear what people are saying underneath the masks. And I thought, well, I haven't really seen many people, like, with a mask on. So, and then she went on to tell me how, like, this isn't going to stop. And I don't know. I think she sensed that I was a bit like, I don't think it's any reason. I said, I've noticed that outside children are scared to go near another human being unless they're like within their family unit. It's just a reaction, the fear of it, and watch how people respond to what's going on in our world. Anyway, she did turn around and she said, you might be right about that. And I thought, well, I hope it encourages you like to speak to. I didn't say that to her, of course. And I said, well, I'm sure we'll see what the impact is, you know, in 10 years' time, of what it has actually done for like socialising. But yeah, and she was very nice at the end. She was like, oh, have you left anything? So, yeah, I didn't know whether I should pull her up, but it's like, it's a bit rude. Some people don't see anyone and you're not actually talking to people. If you're a key worker, hello, personality, could you try and uplift us a little bit rather than just, you know, Apart from that, my whole shopping trip was fantastic until I got to this lady and I thought, wow, look what you're representing. No, I don't really want to speak to you if that's what's going to come out, and you just kind of made me feel that we're going to have this for like a good few years and nothing's going to change. And anyway, sometimes you just learn it's all right to be quiet, especially if you're a really chatty person. It was like Emily was like, whoa, it was draining. It drained the energy out of me and I could feel it. But hopefully she's actually maybe going to start talking to more people. It's like, I remember I spoke to a man down the shop like about a month ago, and he said to me, you're the first person I spoke to in 2 weeks. Anyway, so... And I've just told her that she needs to like smile. She don't feel like smiling. Absolutely did not feel like smiling one bit, was just so focused on it. She might be pissed off with people saying like, you need to smile. No, she won't, because no one's smiling. She said to me, people don't want to talk, they just want to get out of here. I'm like, really? So seriously, everyone's not talking, they're just doing shopping and getting out. It's like the worst thing ever to have to do. Go late at night. That's awesome. Okay. To some people in this world, sadly but oh so truly, it's all about fitting in, all about playing by the rules, and because they've put so many restrictions on themselves, they get very disapproving when others, like you and the grumpy red fairy, feel free enough to be themselves, to express themselves in exciting and dynamic and creative ways. When the grumpy red fairy comes to play, it may be time to really just be your own true self, whoever that is, from day to day. Wear black. Experiment with your hair and your own personal style. Play the drums. Join a rock band. Just don't fake it. Don't smile and be sugary sweet and all nicey nice just because you think that's how you should be. Be real, be authentic, be funny, be you. Try different things. Find out who you are. Then the smiles that do come will be genuine and will warm the hearts of us all. And that's, I really do forget, like, that this is kind of going on because I'm used to kind of being at home. It's not a disruption at all. And when we go back to normal, I don't know actually what I'm waiting to like kind of, apart from maybe travelling, but there's not a person that I'm waiting to go and visit because I've been put in isolation away from them. Not one. I have my children here, that's it. It's like there's not one person that I'm like, can't wait to go out for a drink, can't wait to see you, can't wait for... I've not said that once, and neither of my children said that once. So it's kind of, you do actually, people are not putting on fucking fake smiles, are they? It's like, no. They really are looking at this in a... trying to stop this optimism from coming through. Anyway, did we finish this? I'm sure we did. Yes. I feel like you want me to leave on something else. Okay, well, let's have a look. What's... Should we get an angel prayer? Let's have an angel prayer. Let's have an angel prayer for our planet. Anyway, that was very... And last time I done it, I done like where you kind of order it online and then you collect. But like the nearest date was like the 27th. I was like, I can't wait that long. Every slot's gone. I don't know. It doesn't matter, does it? It's no. I'm just not going to let it affect me. Spiritual support is the message. Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. It's good to have this around, guys. Come on. It's always around, but to actually be able to call it in all that spiritual support. Remember, you have to call it in. You have to ask for help and assistance. Ask, can you assist me with this, please? I mean, and seriously ask. They're waiting. You just don't ask. Everyone's so busy looking for the assistance outside of us. Who's going to help you? Ask for spiritual assistance. Ask for the angels and the fairies to help you, to deal with certain matters for you, to help you to feel better about certain situations. Ask them. There is more spiritual support around you than you realise. There are angels before you, behind you, above you, and on all sides. These divine beings are here to guide, reassure, and love you. Feel the blessings of the angels who are surrounding you at this time so that they can help you be more at peace and free of any restrictions in your life. You are supported by angels on every step of your spiritual journey. Open your heart and accept this support. Expanded interpretation. The angelic realm is supporting you at this time with regards to decisions you have made. You have been unsure about some areas of your life, and they want to assure you that all is well and guided. They are offering help with any concerns you have at this time and encouraging you to become aware that they are supporting you in every area of your life, including the challenging ones. Be aware that every part of your life is part of your spiritual journey, and you will be guided all the way. I picked up so much about this being divinely orchestrated, okay? Even this bad shit. So, have yourself an upbeat, fantastic weekend. And I will catch up with you guys soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.